All right, now it's time to get into TNA Impact from January 17th, 2008. We're still 2 years away from the day of reckoning in TNA.
10-10-10? 10-10-10? Is that the day of reckoning? They're here?
They're here. Hey, it's us.
Spelled wrong. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
They're here. It's Jeff Jarrett. Oh my God, how? And if you wanted real quick, before you got into the full thing, did you want to know what the competition was doing that week?
Sure.
January 14th, 2008, WWE Monday Night Raw from Mobile, Alabama.
Whoa, that's a hot town for them.
Yeah, big.
I swear to God, they go there, yeah, like a million times.
For real.
I feel like I hear Mobile, Alabama when I think WWE.
I feel like I heard it 100 times in the games, too.
You're probably right. It's probably one of the arenas. It's probably the Raw arena.
Probably, actually.
We had Beth Phoenix, Melina, and Jillian Hall defeating Mickie James, Maria, and Ashley in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. True.
Of course, last week on TNA, the main event was Awesome Kong versus Gail Kim, and probably one of the greater matches in TNA history.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels defeated Trevor Murdoch in a Royal Rumble qualifying match in 3 minutes.
Oh.
Snitsky defeated Triple H by DQ in 10 minutes.
Whoa. They went 10 and then DQ?
10 with Snitsky?
What? That's awesome.
Oh, is this what we watched? Hornswoggle won a 6-man Rumble match. We watched that on Watch
the
This?
Little Man Rumble. Yeah.
We watched that on Watch This.
That's
on our
awesome.
Patreon.
Okay, this episode.
Yeah. Ric Flair defeated William Regal in a Ric Flair's career on the line match in 2 minutes.
Oh my God, not the Ric Flair career on the line match.
And Jeff Hardy defeated Randy Orton by DQ to retain the Intercontinental title in 10 seconds.
That's
I
sick.
think Orton may have just ran up and kicked him in the nuts or something. And that episode of Raw did a 3.6.
Wow. That's actually not great for them.
No. But on the flip side, a rating that actually isn't horrible for TNA. I feel like this was kind of average for them at the time. This episode of TNA Impact, January 17th, 2008, did a 1.21. All of 2008, they're like ones and above. So I guess they were doing pretty okay. I mean, it wasn't, and you think of it now, like,
I know.
people would kill to have a 1.
It's so crazy thinking, because like back then it was like, oh, TNA sucks, I can only get a 1 point whatever, and it's like,
you only get a 1.4?
If you only knew.
I remember those days vividly.
Yeah, trust me, I fucking remember them too.
Yeah, it's crazy because they started pulling a profit in 2009, and then Hogan and Bischoff came in, and so they were like, all good wrestling is on the road. So they're like, we're going to go on the road. So they started going on the road for stuff, but they never came up with any additional revenue avenues. So it was just the same exact revenue, but incredibly boosted costs from going on the road all the time.
Going on the road was the worst decision they could possibly do.
Yeah.
We'll do what WWE is doing. What's WWE doing? I don't know. Just do
it. Dixie said, okay. So when we started the show off here, it did a previously on Impact cold open. It told us all the stuff they got going on. During this 2-hour era of TNA on Thursday nights, this is a big time for TNA where they were doing less matches. The main event was usually pretty hot, whatever it was. Throughout the show was a little bit less matches, and there was a whole bunch of backstage like exposition throughout the show for pretty much everything they did.
Yeah, that was pretty much the epitome of this episode as well.
So previously on Impact, we had about 9 storylines. We had Awesome Kong beat Gail Kim for the TNA Knockouts title in the main event, which was big in 2008. The women not only main eventing, but main eventing for the title. And they put over Awesome Kong huge. Yeah, that was actually, I think that was the first match Kong beat Kim for the Knockouts title.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the more legendary matches they had. Miss Banks replaced Miss Brooks with Robert Rood. Robert Rood also hospitalized Sharmell with a punch, and Booker T obviously not too happy.
He shattered her jaw, they say.
I guess like hospitalizing her is better than having bestiality sex with her. So
I think
Sharmell
that's
had quite a career. Well, who did she face? Who did Sharmell face the one time? The horrible match.
That was Sunny.
Wait,
right?
what?
Oh wait. Oh, I thought you were talking about the WCW one.
No, Sharmell. No, okay, that was awful.
Different Sharmell.
Yeah, okay.
That was awful. The one in
we
TNA.
did review that. That was Sharmell and Sunny. You're talking about Sharmell and Jenna Maraska from Survivor.
Okay, so Jenna Maraska, I don't know if you guys ever heard the story of when they brought her in. They brought her in. Do you know how much money they paid her?
No.
It was $500,000 to bring her in. She was paid $500,000
Survivor has always been popular, but has it ever really worked out
They
for TNA?
signed her 4 years after she was on Survivor for $500,000. And the first thing she does is have that match with Charmel. Oh my God.
And God, what a contest. She looked fantastic, though. Good for her.
On the other side of things, Shark Boy keeps getting his ass kicked. Last week, he got his ass kicked by Tomko. He was taken out on a stretcher.
They stretcher jobbed him. I think he got beat up by Joe. The Dudleys were beating him up, too. I think they put him through a table.
Got beat up by everybody.
He stretchered this dude out, and he went into a coma. So that's where this episode comes in.
The whole episode revolves around AJ Styles and Shark Boy. Which, what more could you ask
Yeah, this
for?
is like peak TNA right here.
Yeah.
We have Kevin Nash trying to help Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe wants to make more money. If there's anyone that can ever help Samoa Joe do that, it's Kevin Nash.
Please pay me. Please fucking pay me.
This is like been Joe's storyline for 2 years at this point. I'd just like to make more money, please.
We watched that Christmas episode, and
that was
angle
actually
is still...
just recently. That was like
is that the month
December.
before this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
So Joe's still trying to get money.
Kevin Nash has a baseball bat, and he's pissed off, and he's telling Joe he's going around like an angry child.
What are you doing, Joe? You child?
It's a new quarter, and I would like to get paid more, please.
No. We have to pay this other girl $500,000.
Yeah, we have to pay Matt Morgan to dress in big man's
What
clothes.
is in a brown shirt? What's wrong with you? So Team 3D have taken the X Division Championship hostage. And at Against All Odds, Team 3D with Johnny Devine will face the Machine Guns and Lethal in a hardcore street fight. And if they win, the X Division is over. But if they lose, then Jay Lethal will get his title back. Johnny Devine is holding it hostage.
Thankfully, the X Division died at that show.
That was it. It was all over, and we never heard about the X Division again.
In hindsight, it probably should have ended the X Division there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't. I mean, I don't remember them. They have I feel like the next time that the latest. I remember the X Division is that 2012 run where they had a lot of. We were talking about. We just watched the episode with Jigsaw. Rubik's was there. Lars Only.
Yeah.
Big Johnny
yeah,
Uma.
yeah.
Kenny King was there, and then RVD came in and killed the division.
AJ Styles is also stuck between Kurt Angle and Christian Cage and Karen Angle.
Prince AJ Styles,
the Prince of Phenomenal. If AJ wins the match tonight, he can go for Kurt's title. Or he can give Kurt 2 months off. Kurt honestly probably could have really used the 2 months off at this point.
Yeah, it would have been a great idea.
And then it gives us a title card for the episode. In quotations, a fish out of water.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's pretty sweet.
I love the
I love title
episodes.
cards. Yeah, title cards definitely need
Naming the episode is cool. So we start the show off with a backstage segment. JB meets Kurt Angle and AJ Styles and Karen in the limo.
JB, Jeremy Borash
back here at a limo with Kurt Angle and Karen Angle. JB says, no one told me we were wearing tuxes this week. And Kurt says, there is no we, you fucking
bitch.
That was so classic. I love JB.
We're not friends. There's no we. He says, there's me and AJ. And Karen says, hey.
Shut up, bitch.
Karen is still there.
He does. He literally looks at her and he's like, shut up, bitch. Okay, you can come sometimes.
Disgusted by her.
So Eric Young comes up. And he's still all about this Santa and Shrek. Ever since the Christmas party episode, Santa and Shrek.
I do remember Santa and Shrek.
Because Kurt says, every day is Christmas when you're in the Angle Alliance. I don't remember the Angle Alliance name, by the way. That's new to me.
Actually didn't even, think of a name for this group. I just knew them by the people in it. So yeah.
I just knew it was when he was Prince AJ. That's what I did.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
But yeah, Kurt says, every day is Christmas when you're in the Angle Alliance. And Eric Young comes out, he says, Christmas?
You want to tell my Shrek over here?
And she's saying, don't worry, everyone gets gifts and stuff at Christmas. You saw Santa Claus there. And Kurt says, all right, that's true. And then opens the limo door and just shoves him in it.
You want to get Santa? Don't change right there. You dumb son of a bitch.
He tells Eric to get into the limo, and then they just close him in. They do not lock the door. Eric is just in the limo.
Kurt Angle says, the child locks. He didn't get out of this. That's awesome.
And then they reiterate that if AJ wins the triple threat tonight, Kurt does not have to defend his title for 2 months, or AJ gets a title shot. But they are all seemingly, in the know that AJ, of course, would give Kurt Angle his 2 months off because he's a good friend and does not care. He doesn't want to break that friendship.
And he's also having sex with his wife.
And he's fucking Karen Angle.
That is definitely what they were insinuating
Those
here.
are the vibes they're giving off, yeah.
We get the Motor City Machine Guns and Black Machismo coming out for a promo. Wow. First off, these Motor City Machine Guns shirts are So 2008, it's incredible.
There's a lot of very 2008 shirts on the show. We'll get to one later for old Christian.
hey, all right, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So let me just say this right away, man. These three dudes are over in the Impact zone.
Yeah,
So
man.
over here, man.
Everyone loves these dudes. The X Division is still super, like, despite their best efforts, X Division is still over.
We talked about it a little bit too. When it's not the world championship, people are a little more loose with the book, it seems like most of the time in companies where like guys will win it, guys will lose it immediately or whatever. If they booked the X Division like the world championship division, things would have been okay for the X Division. But they changed it so often and so much, and like they never really got a grasp on it. Eric Bischoff literally said when he came to TNA that he doesn't understand this division.
Yeah, what's this about?
And he said, I don't get it. So we're gonna make it the cruiserweights. Like, well, no, that's not really the.
So you're telling me
right.
that all the most over people, homegrown people, came from this division? I don't like it.
Yeah, it sounds funny.
I
Anyways,
don't
here's
get
Valvina.
it.
Yeah, here's Nasty Boys.
So Alex Shelley says if they beat Team 3D and Johnny Devine, I guess he's the third D.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Divine
Why
and the
didn't they just
Dudleys.
call him Johnny Dudley? Really? They didn't own that name.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess they could have. I didn't think about that either. So Alex Shelley says if they beat them at against all odds, that they will institute a weight limit of 275 pounds and that there will be weekly weigh-ins.
Yes. They also said they are the Motor City Machismo guns, which
The
got a
crowd
reaction.
popped huge for it.
They
They're like,
did
"Ooh,
pop
that
like
guy's
that. I
cool.
like
I like that."
But yeah, like you said, they said 275 pounds is the weight limit, and there will be a weekly weigh-in, so fat slobs and rotund demons can't get in. Rotund demons.
When they said the weigh-in and 275 and there's gonna be weigh-ins every week, I said that'll last about 2 weeks. Maybe they'll do the weigh-ins and then they'll
They
move on from
actually
that.
keep the weigh-ins going till at least the pay-per-view after that. Because
Oh,
I remember
really?
them. Yeah, I remember the Dudleys getting weighed pretty regularly for a minute.
What a rib.
So Bubba Ray comes out and he grabs the
Blah,
microphone.
blah, 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 blah.
He says, "Oh, so you got to weigh 275 pounds? I'm already 275 pounds."
Don West has a killer line. He says that, and Don West says, "Why don't you put your other foot on the scale?"
Roasted
That
by
was
Don
a
West. He should just
great
turn around
line.
and went back up the ramp. Bubba says, Devon might be a little bit over 300, but that's only because he's training for the Mr. Olympia right now.
Of course, he flexes.
Devon's flexing the time of the race against Singapore cane. Yeah. I love the Devon talk with where he puts his traps like,
he,
Oh,
looks,
dude,
he looks insane.
he does look
he's
insane.
so fucking big, and he says he's got bigger traps than Awesome Kong's ass.
And the
See,
crowd's
I
like, woo! So Bubba gets in the ring and he wants to shake on this match. You know, he said, all right, we're
Bubba.
going to have this match, and I think these rules that we've set up are fine, and we're going to have this match at the pay-per-view. And they go, okay.
Yes.
So they shake hands. And Team 3D, honestly, is pretty cool with this. All right, well, we'll see you guys at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they shake, and everything's fine.
Then the shitty fucking little piss boy X Division
Hate these
decides
fuckers.
to attack Team 3D.
How can they do this?
I can't believe they would do this. Are you kidding me? Johnny Devine? Really? You did that to Johnny Devine?
Untaunted. They just whoop their ass.
Thankfully, the crowd was super into it. Team 3D kind of are assholes. So, okay, that
Yeah,
works.
I guess so.
Chris Sabin hits Bubba with the Singapore cane and he takes the Flair flop. I swear to God, in 2008, Bubba Flair flopped every show.
Yeah, the bubble flop.
was flare flopping ever since 2005. He must have had one conversation with Ric Flair, and he said, "All right, I'm gonna just do this all the time now."
This is mine. I take it.
Yeah. Thank God, though. Thank the heavens that Matt Morgan came out here to break this up.
That's all Matt Morgan. So he's the general manager of the show. I'm
No,
pretty sure.
he is TNA management. Matt
He is-
Morgan.
He manages
Yeah.
everything about this show.
When they talk about TNA management, we always say it's Jeff Jarrett. Well, at this point, it's Matt Morgan. He is
He's
TNA
representing
management.
TNA management, yes.
So Matt Morgan comes out. The only thing he does as TNA management is come to kick somebody's ass. That's all he does. He
Yeah.
does it.
It's like Stone Cold when Stone Cold's GM of Raw. It's
But it's not nearly as cool.
But Stone
Yeah, it's
Cold,
not.
Stone Cold will gaslight you before he kicks your ass. Matt Morgan
Yeah.
just comes out and kicks your ass. So he's just like, there's no
Matt
talking.
Morgan I don't even think he threw a punch, though. He just comes out and pushes a couple guys and then looks big.
He does. He like tries to break it up. He like stands
Yeah.
between two
Well,
guys.
if Matt
That's
Whoop
Morgan
some
all he
ass
does.
hit
then.
one of those dudes, they would die.
He could have hit Bubba. Could have
Yeah,
hit
I
Devon.
guess he could hit them.
Devon
But they
would've
were the
Johnny
ones
Devine.
that-
He hit Johnny Devine.
Dude,
yeah.
if the X Division attacked Team 3D and then Matt Morgan came out and attacked Team 3D too,
Tell me that would have been great.
then fuck you, Team 3D, go to hell.
Yeah, everyone hates Team 3D.
So we get a backstage segment. Crystal is backstage with the
Crystal.
Monster Abyss. She asks Abyss about the deep, dark secret that Father Mitchell is going to tell the world tonight. And Abyss says, the secret will emerge tonight over my dead body.
Oh,
and he
shit.
says, fear the revelation, bitch. She says, the revelation that you speak of will mark the end of Father Mitchell and Judas Macias. So anyways, you go 9,000 Leagues Under the Sea here. It's a Shark Boys segment.
They recap the injury, of course.
It recaps every time he got his ass kicked by everybody.
Yes.
And then it shows Shark Boy all taped up. We're at Shark Boy's house, which I presumably is in a fishbowl. I would hope so.
Supposedly, I think, is this the set, the legendary
yes,
set?
This is what we've talked about this before on the podcast, I believe.
Where they spent a disgusting amount of money on this set and only used it this time.
It was either 6 figures or right at 6 figures for this set. Mm-hmm.
And it's not much. Like, it's just a room.
They did this one segment for this one show, and then they never used it ever again. They never even went in it ever again.
Dude, it is so crazy how much money they just wasted.
I mean, listen, I love the segment, but that sounds insane. They could have just put blue wallpaper on a wall. Like, that would have been Shark Boy's house.
No,
cool.
This was 3,000 Leagues Under the Sea or whatever.
Yeah, I guess
yeah, exactly.
How'd Jeremy Borash get down there? Maybe
Wait,
Jeremy
are you
Borash.
questioning Jeremy Borash?
I would
are you
never.
questioning how JB would get to Shark Boy's
and
house?
Dr. Fishman? You're going to question Dr. Fishman?
Dr. Fishman and Nurse Bass.
So Shark Boy's got a whole family of sharks. I've never seen these people before. This is crazy.
I didn't. Yeah, so they go to Shark Boy's house. This is day one. I think this is on Sunday, correct? Was it Sunday was the first one?
Yes.
If it didn't say day one at the bottom, I would assume this all happened within 5 minutes of each other. Cause
Well, let me tear the fourth wall for you, brother. It did. So they're in Shark Boy's house, of course. 3 million leagues under the sea? Is that what you said?
9,000? It's 7 leagues under the sea.
30,000
It's very close to the
leagues
surface.
under the sea.
It's 3,000 leagues under the sea.
3,000. Okay. And Jeremy
30,000.
Borash is there, of course. I don't know.
30,000.
7.
Dr. Fishman, Nurse Bass, the Shark Boy family is here, and his wife and his parents and his daughter Ariel, and all of them, of course, have the Shark Boy face because they're all related, and of course they would look exactly alike. Dr. Fishman says they've scaled back on his medication, but nothing has worked. Get it?
His life has floundered. That's really good.
Scales,
dude.
yeah. And he said not even the smell of sea salt has been able to wake him up from his coma that he's been in since last week.
So wait a minute. You telling me they tried to fix this man's coma with sea salt? I feel like they're under Scott Fishman.
Their other solution was to scale back on his medicine, like just stop.
Scale back on the medication.
Let's try
Give
to kill
him
him.
less
See if that brings him back.
medication and salt. And, well, that's probably why he's in a coma.
You should probably investigate this Dr. Fishman. I don't think
Dr. Fishman a little fishy if you're asking me.
Scale back on the medication. Yeah, true.
That must have been a Nurse Bass recommendation. And the doctor says Shark Boy has finally reached low tide.
They announced Shark Boy is dead on day 1.
He's dead here. Why did they continue for 4 more days after this?
I don't know why this didn't work. Why didn't Shark Boy come back to life when we scale back on his medication?
That's it. We've tried everything. Salt and no medication.
We poured sea salt on his head, and he is not alive.
We have nothing else
fuck?
to try here. What else? Nope, that's it. This is the best you can come up with?
We tried suffocating him. We took him out of the water, and I don't understand.
Then Jerry Borash said, "Oh, God bless you, Shark Boy."
Why don't you try to cook him? That's a good idea.
So we go back to the regular set here. Tomko versus Eric Young. EY still locked in the limousine in the back. Sanjay Dud is there this time.
Swag D's there.
Sanjay Dutt is there with, I think, a bunch of security. And Sanjay is yelling at him that he's not locked in, and he's saying, simply open the door.
This was so good. This whole segment was very good.
Yes, it was.
Sanjay is cheering on, like, come on, you can get out of there, come on. And then Sanjay starts throwing flower petals at the door, and he says, I'm blessing you.
Eric, you're not locked in the car. Pull the knob. Pull the knob.
I'm blessing you. I'm blessing you. And then Eric Young comes out with the drinking championship.
He's the drinking champion. That's true.
Yeah, of course.
He won that last pay-per-view, James Storm's belt.
Which is a Spinner Toys R Us WWE title with a beer on it.
That's so
It
awesome.
is good. It is good.
So Eric Young comes out. He's got his drinking championship. His pyro goes off, and he takes a huge bump on the ramp.
That's the biggest bump of the match.
That always pops me every time I see him fall on the pyro.
It is
so
good.
That's like one of my favorite. Eric Young's had a lot of my favorite
Tropes.
runs, honestly,
Yeah.
in TNA. But this is probably the most memorable. is on.
It's,
is him
it's, I
getting
mean, it's
scared by
either
the
that or
pyro.
Don't Fire Eric. It's like those are Don't Fire Eric
Yeah.
era when he finally like knows he isn't getting fired is like all timer for
I
me.
also remember Super Eric, but I hated Super Eric. But
Yeah, those are like top 3 though. I think.
yeah.
right, yeah.
I mean, his
You
run
didn't like
where
him
he
with a
found.
beard?
Yeah, I was gonna say when he was Daniel Bryan was pretty cool.
A monster.
I'm turned into Daniel Bryan.
Eric Young, where he found the TV championship in the trash can, and he started
Yeah.
wearing that. No, he found the old world heavyweight
The
championship.
old world title, yes.
Yeah, and he had the TV title too, or the Legends title, whatever they were calling it at that point.
The TV title, yeah.
And then he also had the Knockouts tag title with ODB. So EY gets into this match here. He hits a nice Death Valley, and he goes for a moonsault. Tomko just simply moves out of the way.
It was a second rope moonsault, and then he misses, he gets up, and then Tomko takes his goddamn head off with a lariat.
Tomko might be the best wrestler in the company at this point.
He
It's
was
awesome.
over at this time too. Tomko was
Put him in the
over.
main.
Whether
Yeah,
it's
Tomko was over. And his gimmick was just being like the straight lace guy.
He was exactly what he was with Christian in WWE. He was just like whatever. He wasn't high, but
he was like
AJ.
he was tag champs with AJ at this time, but he was
Yeah.
not with AJ. He was kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
he was-
with AJ.
They do a
Yeah,
segment
he was
later
right
where
there.
it feels like they're completely separate from one another. It's weird.
Well, it worked. That's what works with him, honestly. Like
Yeah.
him with Christian in WWE, and then him and Christian in the Christian's Coalition in TNA. It works because they are so flamboyant and just so
Over the top.
crazy. And then
Yeah.
Tomko's just like, okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like
right.
that
Yeah.
trope kind of works. And Tomko
Sure.
was always really good at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does take his head off the lariat and he wins. I thought that was
God,
awesome.
he kills him with it.
Then Jay Storm comes in and starts kicking Eric Young's ass. He hits him with the Eye of the Storm, which I think he stopped using I think like 2010 he stopped using this move, Sally.
What a sweet move, though. For people that don't know, the Eye of the Storm is he picks you up in like the razor's edge, and he just spins around in a circle and then throws you. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's actually one of the only finishers in the TNA video game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
So James Storm then takes his drinking championship back. Him and Miss Jackie are out there.
Yes.
Storm then gives Tomko a beer. And I was like, oh, cool, man. All right. Hey, we're all good here. Everybody drinking a beer.
They're drinking it.
Tomko just tosses his bitch ass out of the ring.
Yeah. And then he gives the belt and a beer to Eric Young.
So we go backstage. Christian is backstage with Crystal.
What is
Crystal
this?
Christian Cage.
What is this fucking shirt? What is this shit?
Yeah, he opened up his jacket and said, out talk everyone. I said, what?
Dude, his shirt looks like someone just spilled spaghetti on him. Like, this shit's fucked up.
This is vintage 2008 right here, buddy.
This is
Yeah, this
horrible.
is 2008 Christian.
So Christian hypes up the main event and he talks about Karen Angle. He says, I wish you could help us, AJ, from that trick Karen. She opens her mouth and you can smell half of Pittsburgh.
Whoa.
That was a really good line. Oh,
And he says,
Turn out those
tonight,
balls.
I'm going to win this match. And if you don't know, now you know.
The classic Christian line.
Bring it back. What is wrong with you? Just do it.
No. Outwork
you can say-
everyone.
We'll do it live.
Fuck
you can
yeah.
do it, James. You could say that. If you don't know, you already know.
You already know.
Anybody
Oh, I'm
knows
definitely using you
and
already
wants
know.
to know.
Oh, I
Of course.
definitely think I'm going to have to use everybody knows and wants to know.
So what happens next? I am extremely confused by it, and I feel like it
I
is
don't
something.
know. Yeah, I don't know what the
There
fuck
must
happens
be
here.
something with Crystal and Dustin Rhodes that I don't know about that went on here because
Okay, so
this was weird.
All right, so we go to a backstage. Crystal takes Dustin into a furnace room, and he
Yeah.
gets really scared. He goes, "Where is he? Where is he?" And I think this is just Black Rain's room.
This is
yeah, so
I guess
Dustin doesn't know he's Black Rain.
Yeah, it's like
What an
he's like
idiot.
two separate.
He's
He just
afraid.
thinks there's another big fat tall guy
You
that
know,
looks
like
like
when
him.
you black out during the
in
town hall
face
segments,
paint.
Johnny. It's the
Yeah.
same kind of
you
thing.
think that's him?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
like blacks out during the Black Rain.
Yeah, I wish I
stuff.
blacked out during this.
Do not mention Black Rain on Twitter. He will
mean,
ban
block
anybody
you.
that says Black Rain on Twitter.
ban. All right, Mons, ban anyone that says Black Rain on Twitter. Real talk.
Did you know Black Rain backwards is relic? That's
Holy
pretty
shit.
crazy.
So
oh
yeah,
my
like-
God, is that right?
Hey, like Dustin Rhodes starts crying and he's saying, "You should have brought me here," and then it just ends.
So if you were following the storyline, you would know Dustin is afraid of Black Rain.
That sucks.
Yeah, he thinks
Yeah.
it sucks too. On his ruins of his career.
It almost killed my whole career.
I love that Crystal brought him into the room and then left him and locked him in the room.
Yeah.
So, fucker.
What is that? That's the part. Why is Crystal fucking with him? What's her report here?
Get ribbed, son. You got
Do you
ribbed by the
remember-
backstage correspondent.
Do you remember Black Rain's music? Like Jerry Lynn singing it.
Yeah, I do remember.
Black Rain was fucked. They brought him in. They said you're gonna be
He was
evil
on
gold
drugs.
dust.
Who came up with
He
that?
was-
Who came up with that, man?
He definitely did, right?
He hates it though.
Yeah, but I think it was him at a really fucked up point in his life, and he said, "Yeah, this is sweet."
He
You
was
think
on.
so?
He admits that he was on like a lot of drugs like at this
Yeah.
time. So
Okay, all right. Yeah,
'Cause,
well,
I mean,
then I can see why he probably doesn't like it brought up then.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
which is fine. It shouldn't be brought up for that reason. It also shouldn't be brought up because it's fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's not great. He were in that match with the barbed wire Christmas tree though, so that's true.
Oh, I
Seven
do
Deadly
like the
Nights,
barbed wire
whatever.
Christmas tree.
Silent
Oh,
Night, Deadly Night.
Did we
or
do that
whatever.
on Patreon? Right?
We talked about the episode it was on. We talked about that. Christmas
We
episode.
reviewed that show. God, I'm ready for this show to
has
be
there
over
ever
too
been
much.
another barbed wire Christmas tree ever again? I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
Is
I'm
that the
sure
only one?
some indie, like I'm sure CZW probably had one, but like on TV, like in a match, probably not.
Yeah,
I
we should
loved
do
it.
that. Let's
we
bring back Black Rain.
Tony is Black Rain 2. Yeah, 2. Like Tiger Mask.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. I-
It's actually Black Rain 7.
I'll be Black Rain 7. I get me Black
right,
Rain
great,
2
great,
though.
great.
You got to
All
go
right.
through a bunch of other ones before I can come in.
Yeah,
as 7.
we'll kill them off real quick. That's fine.
No, I think it's actually better if we just go from 1 to 7 right away.
We just,
Oh, okay.
or we just have 7 of them on the roster.
Actually, yeah, we keep dragging the backstage correspondent keeps dragging them into this back room and leaving them there. One day, somebody opens up the room. There's 6 Black Rains just on the floor.
like the Dark
What is
Order, but
happening in
all
this
Black
room?
Raids.
Yeah, we just
Black
the
Rains.
DPW arena just has a Black Rain room. They're all just sitting there.
Join the Black Rain.
This is where I keep all my Black Rains.
They're all sitting there, and they just have the JVC Kaboom box playing the theme song.
Join us. Join
Someone needs a
us.
mashup Dark Order and Black Rain's theme. Can someone do that for us, please?
Yeah,
hit that
please,
up.
Reddit. Do it quick.
We'll
Let him
give it to Black Rain 4
He gets a special remix version.
remix. So we have ODB versus Angelina Love up next.
Yes.
Angelina Love is in the Beautiful People. She got pretty much run over here.
Well, the most important part of this match is that you can get a free week of TNA Mobile. Text TNA to 76,000.
There's
What
a big
can you
flip
get?
phone on the bottom.
They didn't tell you anything you can get. They don't really give you
We'll
any
text the number,
advertisement.
bitch.
Just text the number, and in a week you get it for free. And then after that week, we're gonna charge you. Charge you for what? Don't worry about it. Just fucking get charged, baby.
Just get the fucking phone number,
What was
man.
TNA Mobile? Could you watch actual stuff on it? Do you
No,
even
they
know?
probably just sent you like updates, like Jeff Jarrett wiped his ass today, and then next week
We got
Jeff
another Black
Jarrett.
Rain. We caught another Black Rain.
And then you probably got a picture of like Velvet's guy's ass cheeks every week to put on your
Guaranteed.
fucking wallpaper.
Guaranteed. All right, so ODB versus Angelina Love. ODB super over at this point.
Very over. Can't stop slapping her titties though.
Cannot.
Unbelievably can't.
Absolutely not. She tried to hit Angelina Love with her titties off the top, but Angelina Love moved and she said, my
Well,
titties. That hurt.
Stop. I mean, that was her fault, really.
ODB then hits the running power slam out of the corner on Angelina Love, and she picks
That was
up
cool.
the big victory here.
ODB killed her with a lariat, and I feel like every match has a nasty lariat. All this whole show.
Yeah.
2008 was better times, man.
That's very true.
So, ODB grabs the mic afterwards. She calls out Awesome Kong, the new TNA Knockouts champion. Yeah!
That's
Everybody's
actually a
I love
spot
this.
on impression of her. Man.
She goes, you've beaten a lot of broads, but you have not beaten the ODB.
She
That's a
says,
good line. I like that.
sometimes I like getting whooped, but you ain't gonna be whipping on me. Yeah, true.
Yeah. And so against all odds, Awesome Kong versus ODB. That's cool. They are
Nice.
really pushing the women a lot here on this show, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, sweet.
So we get a backstage segment. Kevin Nash is talking to Samoa Joe,
Well-
but we're not actually supposed to know that he's talking to Samoa Joe.
I don't. Why
Crystal-
do they film it this way? It's,
This was so stupid. Crystal walks up and she goes to open Nash's door, and Nash is obviously mid-conversation, so very rude of Crystal. Fucking with Dustin Rhodes and now fucking with Kevin Nash. Crystal needs to get fired. Really.
She's like the Alex Marvez of TNA.
She is. Like, what was she? She's going to go, hey, guess what I just did?
Hey, I ribbed the boy back here. Look at this.
So she's going to interview Nash. She opens the door slightly, and Nash is talking. Nash puts his hand and say, "Oh, no, hold on a minute, baby. Give me a second there. I'm talking." And the door, it's open just enough for the camera to see Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash can see the camera looking at him, but he's talking to somebody that you can't see because they are incapable of opening the door even an inch to show who's this guy.
I thought that they didn't have Joe there to record the segment, so they were like, we'll
That's
only
what I thought
film
too.
Nash.
I thought they were just going to make it like a mystery that you don't know who
and then
he's
you
talking
find
to.
out like
but
next week or something.
that it's implied that it's somebody in the main event, but it's not going to be. But they eventually just show it's
Dude,
it's
the
just Joe.
cameraman walks left, and there's Joe.
Joe's just in there, and
I
then
think
Joe
Crystal
leaves.
was just in the way. Crystal was just in the fucking way. Move.
Get the fuck out of here, Crystal. I hate Crystal. Fuck you, Crystal.
I don't know. Crystal's got the Black Rain room, so that's pretty sick.
How many? I need to know how many Black Rain room segments there were. How many times? Like, was she really controlling this the whole time? Is there an angle that I don't remember where Crystal just kept forcing him to be Black Rain?
Wow, she like brings it out in him or something.
Yeah,
That's
every
crazy.
time he's like cool, like he's fine, and then somehow she keeps luring this dumbass back into this furnace room.
Wow, that would actually
here it
that'd probably be
goes.
better. That'd probably be better than whatever the fuck they did. So Kevin Nash is in the room talking to Joe about the main event. He tells Joe, he's like, all right, we're gonna make some money tonight.
Money. It's all about the
Dude,
money.
That's all they did with Kevin Nash, and it was the perfect thing to do with Kevin Nash. Anytime
It was
anyone in
great.
TNA wanted to make money or get in the main event,
They
or
just
something,
went to Kevin Nash.
they put him with Nash.
They told
That's awesome.
he told Joe to hit the weights, take a shower, get a clue, make
Joe
some
said,
money.
shut up. You
Joe
punked
said you
out, you're a
punked out
punk.
because you're a punk. Yes. and then
And they slapped the shit out of him. And Crystal said,
Wow.
"Oop."
So was this Joe Nash stuff around when Hall came and no-showed, and then
I feel like that
was
was
it Final Resolution or
sooner.
something? That was
Wasn't it?
earlier, yeah.
Yeah,
but then is this why they had the pairing of Joe and Nash, or is it after that? I don't even know when it was. I'm just
I think
remembering Joe
that
and
might
Nash
have just been
doing
like
thing.
not a coincidence, but I don't know.
Samoa Joe shoots on Scott Hall at TNA Turning Point 2007.
Okay, and what was that? That's November, ain't it? Hall and Nash came out on stage together and clapped for Joe after the match. They were scheduled to compete together at Turning Point, but Hall no-showed. And then Turning Point, Hall
that was
and
December.
ICP.
Turning Point was December. So yeah, this was right after that.
Oh, okay.
So then
Yeah.
they,
So I guess this is short. So this is like pretty close together. Yeah.
So Joe came out at that Turning Point and cut a shoot promo, and then Nash was pissed off
punked
about
out.
it, right?
Because you're a
Yeah,
punk.
I'll tell you what, Scott Hall, Chico, kiss my ass.
And then they went backstage.
That's an all-timer line.
And they went backstage, and the word is that Kevin Nash smacked Samoa Joe in the face.
So there's also the word that this was a work shoot.
That's also for true.
Yeah. That Russo just told Joe to go out there and cut a work shoot on Scott Hall, and then no one told
Well,
Kevin
Scott Hall
Nash
really did
beforehand.
no-show though, right? That
Yeah,
was
no,
for
he did
shoot.
no show, but Kevin
Yeah.
Nash didn't know that Russo told Joe to
Joe.
go do that,
Yeah.
so he smacked him, and then I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he apologized or not, but he's like,
I
Imagine
imagine.
how-
I mean, obviously they're cool after that. So
yeah.
It reminds me of like the whole Bash of the Beast thing where where Jarrett lays down and stuff, and the whole thing is, Russo planned it but didn't
That's
tell
like-
anybody.
I haven't watched that in forever. Wow.
Just
Joe
reminds
walks
me
over to
of that.
Dixie Carter. Are you mad? No, go ahead. Fire me.
I don't care. Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. I got a
Kevin
lot of
Nash
mic.
says, "I agree. I
Eric
agree."
Young, get on down, y'all.
Yeah.
We go to the next backstage segment. JB
Day
is
2.
back day 2 at Shark Boy's house.
Monday.
JB Jeremy Borash.
Can you guess who's here?
JB Jeremy Borash.
Chris Harris is here.
Whoa.
And
What's
the
he up
first thing
to?
he says, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Well, JB says he is sinking deeper and deeper into a sea of oblivion.
Yeah, because
Shark
you're
Boy
not
is
giving me
dying.
medication.
Shark Boy is dying. He is
Give him his
unmedicated.
medication and get the fucking salt out of his face. And try and
They
give
have
him
an IV
medication.
of salt, and it's killing him.
Chris Harris is pissed off. He's not happy. He said, I resorted to getting TV time by hanging out with a bunch of damn sharks.
He looks over at Shark Boy and he says, "Stop smiling."
Stop smiling, Shark Boy. I'm smiling.
I'm smiling.
I got nothing to smile about. Then LAX comes in to check on Shark Boy. Like, what are you guys doing
Latino
here?
Nation.
Checking on Shark Boy.
Stand up. Homicide. He said they came in to check on Shark Boy, and he said, "Oh, my bandana is blue, so we should be here because Shark Boy is also blue."
And then they start stealing shit out of his room.
They start robbing the Shark Boy aquarium or whatever the fuck.
I mean, he's dead, so you just take his stuff.
he has a family right there.
Just stole one of the kids, just walked out with the kid or whatever.
Shelly Martinez is stealing right in front of a bunch of them, and she said, "What are you looking at?"
Yeah, what are you looking at? You got a problem with this?
Yeah, we can you about it. Chris Harris wants to know why he doesn't have his own locker room, why he has to eat crappy catering, and why JB only picks up Kurt Angle and not him. And he said, "Where's my limo?" And JB says, "Now is not the time."
JB does not answer him. He says, "I don't know the answer to that."
And then, as LAX is leaving, Homicide says, "Oh, JB, you should check on Shark Boy because I think he's dying." And Chris Harris says, "The only thing dying around here is my career."
Where did the Chris Harris thing
True,
go? After this?
yeah, that's true.
I don't remember this.
Why is Chris Harris' gimmick is that he sucks? I don't remember this.
He sucks, and he says that he sucks. It's just like
No
he
one's out
sucks, and he
TNA at this point. They did the same thing with Joe, where it's like, dude, I'm not getting paid enough, and Chris Harris is like, dude, I'm not getting booked enough.
Dude, I'm only booked here because I'm with this fucking shark. What am I doing?
Their
Why
only
does
answer
Shark
to
Boy
this
have
was
more
to,
TV time.
yeah, why? That's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Just so you know, by the way, 3 weeks after this, Chris Harris signs with WWE.
Really?
Yeah,
Not
he
gonna
signs
work out.
on January 29th, 2008. He signed to WWE.
Wow.
Wow,
Okay.
was he
Yeah.
not signed, or I'm guessing maybe his contract was coming up?
Maybe something like that. And they said, "All right, we're gonna make you look like a bitch."
Wow,
all
the
way out."
way
He
they
said, "All right,
jabroni
good
him
trip."
out because he didn't want to resign.
I guess so. I don't know what his last thing is there, but yeah, that's for
That's
true.
so
Oh,
weird.
on January 11th, TNA announced that Harris had been released from his contract. So this must have been taped before then.
Oh wow, yeah, I guess so, because this is the 17th. So they had him post contract. My career's dying.
They must have recorded that beforehand and just put it into that episode.
Maybe they
'cause
were
he-
trying to do like a gimmick while his contract was in limbo.
Good
Like,
gimmick.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll do
Yeah.
a thing where you're released and then you can come back and have a better, I don't know.
On January
Whatever.
10th, Chris Harris lost to Judas Macias, and on the 11th, they said he was gone.
That's
Fucking
that's not great. Yeah.
no, that
And then
sucks.
he
actually.
knock Braden Walker. And that worked out real good.
Yeah, he signs January 29th and doesn't show up on ECW until July 8th.
Wow. They
What
really just
the
had him
fuck?
He had to learn how to forward roll. And
They probably
shit.
put him back to, put him in developmental,
And then-
back to the Performance Center.
He,
PC drill.
He's
Probably,
released from
honestly.
WWE August 7th, 2009, and then he comes back to TNA in 2010.
For a dude that like so prominently was a huge part of like why I fucked with tag teams back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, he was, dude. Oh,
Dude,
Yeah, he
America's
shouldn't have.
Most Wanted brought
yeah.
tag team wrestling back. Like, not that WWF wasn't doing it, but like, you know, the Hardys and the Dudleys and Edge and Christian had already done all their big shit then, and WWF was just doing
Dude,
whatever then.
AMW and Triple X were like the shit back
Oh
in
my
the
god,
day.
yeah.
TNA was real good at letting dudes just kind of fizzle out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not here. My career sucks. Fucking sucks.
Hate being here too. All right, well, you'll be here too much longer.
I'm not even getting paid. What am I doing here?
Neither is Joe. So we go to Senshi versus the Kaz. Well, Kaz beat Black Rain, and he stole his rat, his pet rat.
Black Rain would carry around a rat in a cage because he, I don't know,
Despite
like
of his rage,
like
he
Billy
still
Corgan, yeah.
carries a rat in
He's
a
trying to get an
cage.
NWA shot. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he had a rat. I don't remember what the rat's name was. I think it had a name. I don't remember what it was.
Or
Misty.
Arctic
Misty.
Fox.
Maybe it was
What did
Crystal.
say?
Maybe
He
it's
definitely said, he kept saying Arctic Fox. What is it? Did he have an
What
Arctic
does the fox say? I don't know.
John West kept saying he's got the Arctic Fox. I said, well, I thought it was a rat. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
So we have Shinsuke versus the Kaz. Man, this
Yes.
motherfucker changed his name a lot. Senshi, Loki, and Warrior, and Kaval. The fuck is your name, man?
Warrior.
So Kaz ends up getting into this match, doing a fucking pumping John Woo kick, sent Loki 20 feet. Senshi sent
awesome.
Senshi 20 feet back. Who are you?
Kaz has I think he still does that cool like springboard leg drop that he does. I like that.
Oh,
Yes, he
yeah,
does
yeah.
do it. It's pretty
That's
sweet
like the
too.
future something. He loved Back to the Future, the movie. He really loved
Yeah,
that
Kaz
movie.
actually, he was using the Blade Runner at this point. He called it the Wave of the Future, and that's what he beat Senshi
Yeah.
with.
Everyone stole that shit from Alex Shelley. Give Alex Shelley a lot of money. A lot of people owe Alex Shelley a lot of money,
Yeah,
you know.
for
I think so too.
Dude, Johnny Gargano is just Alex Shelley. It's really fucked up, actually. Like,
Without a
it's
camera.
unbelievable how much shit Johnny
Yeah.
Gargano took from
Yeah.
Alex Shelley. It's
I think
unbelievable.
couldn't take his
you're just talking
personality.
shit about Alex Shelley at this point. I think you're not ever do that
Dude,
ever again.
no, well, I mean, Alex Shelley figured out sooner or later to change it up a little.
So Kaz beats Senshi here, which is surprising because Senshi didn't usually lose like that a lot.
I was gonna say I thought that this was gonna be like a fuck finish. The Black Rain comes out or something here because he has the rat, but Kaz kills him with his finish and then wins. I was like, whoa.
When did he go to WWE?
That's all right. Hold on, let me find out.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a while after because
It had
that's
to be
NXT,
2010.
right?
Yeah, it had to be 2010, right?
Let's see. Low key goes to WWE.
It was
wait.
2008.
Oh my God, it was.
Wow.
He was
That's
signed in
crazy.
2008. Yeah.
Okay, so that
He's
once
probably
again.
sick of the Senshi stuff. And was
Makes
like, fuck
sense.
This company.
But that's like late 2008 still, but still like
I mean, I think they're probably renegotiating. But
That was the
also
year-
knowing TNA at this point, they probably were not renegotiating.
yeah, that was the year Low Key won Bola as well.
Black Rain then comes in after the match, and he hits Kaz in the head with a bat. Was it a bat or a piper?
I wrote both.
I wrote weapon.
I wrote baseball bat, pipe. I don't know.
Did they
Anyways,
call it Darkness Falls? Isn't it?
It was the
name of
Arctic
weapon?
Fox he hit him with, actually.
okay, is that the Arctic Fox?
I don't know.
Who
It
is
might
the
be.
Arctic Fox, Don West?
Man, if I look it up, you think I'll find anything?
No,
I-
look,
look at
Arctic,
Black
Arctic
Rain,
Fox.
Arctic Fox.
Arctic Fox rat. There's an Arctic Fox rat.
Oh, it's the name of a rat?
There's
Did he
it's a
have
type
two
of
rats?
rat.
I
It's
thought-
a type of rat.
Oh, so it's Misty, and the rat was an Arctic Fox rat.
Yes.
Black Rain? Yeah.
Not a rat, not a mouse. It was an Arctic Fox named Misty.
He has a rat that he insists is an Arctic Fox.
So he thinks it's an Arctic Fox, but it's a rat.
Correct. And he
This-
also thinks he's
Oh.
not Black
Huh.
Rain,
Yeah, so
but he is Black Rain.
I
What
also
happens to
think-
the rat when he's just Dustin Rhodes?
well, I
Goes
didn't
away.
even see a rat here. There was no rat.
Well, there was no rat. No, there's
There's
right.
no-
He
there's no nothing.
he attacked Kaz and he opened the cage and there was no rat inside of it. And Don West was freaking out about that. There's no rat in it. There is no rat in it. And then Black Rain hits Kaz with the cage and that looked pretty cool actually.
He just chucked it.
it broke it over his fucking head and then he
Yeah.
kept whooping his ass. I was like, okay, this Black Rain thing. There's a lot of layers of this. Maybe we're just not too.
Like
We're
an
not smart
onion.
enough. Yeah, I don't think we're smart enough to understand this.
So we go backstage. James Mitchell backstage with Judas Macias in the back, looking like a goddamn action figure.
He looked,
Yeah, that's
he looked
what
like
I wrote that down.
a wax statue.
Why
Like,
does
So
he
he
stand
stands in the
for.
back like he's an action figure. I literally
Yeah.
had that in my
Why
notes.
is he
Holy
standing tall? What's he
fuck.
doing back there?
He's so
He's
far
crazy.
away in the back.
He's probably doing the.
Oh, he's doing the vampire.
yeah. James Mitchell said tonight, there's gonna be a shoot, cowboy. I said,
Oh,
shit,
shit.
I like that.
I'm gonna reveal a secret that is over 20 years old.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
So we go backstage again. AJ
Sure.
Styles. We'll talk about that in a minute. So
Oh boy.
AJ Styles goes to talk to Tomko backstage. Tomko told AJ, "Look, man, I'm gonna tell you what here. This whole thing, I don't understand. I don't understand. What's up with the crown? What's up with this?"
He said,
And
"Is
AJ
this from a kid's meal?"
"That's my gimmick."
He said, "You get that from a kid's meal." AJ says, "These are real rubies."
AJ said, "Tomko, what should I do? What should I tell Kurt to take 2 months off when I win, or should I go for the world title?" And then Tomko said, "You should take the fucking world title. What's wrong
Why
with
the
you?"
fuck would you not take the world title? You do whatever you want without Kurt, man. It's time for you to do what you want to do.
We get Lance Hoyt with Jimmy Rave versus Abyss up next.
Did you like Lance Hoyt's Titantron, which is white text Lance Hoyt?
Did you like his T-shirt? White text that said "White Boy."
All one word.
White
White
boy.
boy.
That's
All
it,
one
on the
word,
whole
yeah.
shirt. Pointing
And
to
then
his belt buckle.
Yeah, and then he shoved his cock at the
Yeah,
camera.
woo.
Yeah, Lance Hoyt with
Look at
Jimmy
this.
Rave. So I guess this is like early rock and rave infection.
Yeah, they got their ass whooped.
Yeah.
So Abyss comes out. Oh my God, he's still the coolest motherfucker in the world.
This
This
guy's
is
awesome.
pyro and his just
Dude,
everything about this guy is awesome.
I don't know if we'll ever get to it, but I watched the episode of Impact recently with the New Legacy guys where Hogan gives him
The ring.
the Hall of Fame ring. And it might be the most upsetting thing I've ever watched on TNA because you can hear how little the crowd cares, and it just, you can feel through the screen someone's career just dying right before your eyes.
That's
Dude.
rough.
It's
The Abyss's
so
career is literally him
horrible.
starting. Abyss's career is him starting out as a functioning human being, and it literally until the point he leaves TNA, he becomes dumb as fuck. He becomes so stupid. Like even here, you made Abyss look like the biggest bitch in the world in this segment. But
Yeah.
get to 2010 when he's with Hulk Hogan,
God.
he is literally
He's a child. Yeah.
I like it's character assassination at this point.
It's really
It
whoever.
really is.
I don't know if that was Hogan's idea. I don't know whose actual idea it was to do that to Abyss. But whoever did that, like, I can't fathom them making money in wrestling, because that is legitimately Abyss is the easiest character to keep legitimized. Easiest. He's a big fucker, big scary fucker with a mask and a chain that can kill people. Why? What? How is it hard? You don't have to reinvent this guy. You can make him like scarier. And everyone's the comparisons to Kane. Like I'm sure they wanted to fucking take his mask off every month. You don't have to. He could just be Abyss forever.
Dude, they ran through this guy's gimmick so quick. He spent 2005 and maybe the beginning of 2006 in a top spot. Yeah. And then that was it. And
they gave him the title for what? A cup of coffee? Like how long? It was. And then they never give him the end of the regular TNA title, do they?
I don't think so. No, by that time
NWA.
Yeah, no way. I mean, like at this point right now with the TNA title, Abyss has already like been exposed huge.
He's so good. He's also controversial in ring. I think he's definitely better than Kane. Like
his body caught up with him right around probably 2010.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, up until this point, even right 2008, he's still a worker's worker. Yeah, he was still the man. And even when his work caught up with him, he changed it up and became like just as good. So like
they could have saved it at many points. They could have.
Yeah, I think so too. I just don't think TNA was. I don't think they cared really.
It's like what you said, James. They just let people fizzle out until they're gone. That's just what they do.
They weren't good at. They always would. They always would find something. They would have something, and they just kind of like.
These guys would peak and they'd hit like their greatest moment, and then they would just kind of fizzle out until they decide to go elsewhere.
It's crazy because I feel like Abyss is like the epitome of what like a pro wrestling booker would want. He's a big fucking guy that has a mask, which you can make so much money on with merch. His look is unbelievable. He's toyetic as hell. You can make figures and everything.
Like fucking crazy.
He can bump like crazy. He's a fucking great worker, and supposedly by all accounts, he's the nicest fucking dude ever. And maybe that was the problem.
That's probably what it was.
Just let him. He just let them get away with whatever they wanted because he was just a good dude.
Yeah, you have to be. You gotta be selfish sometimes.
Yeah. But you should be.
When did he win the NWA title? Do you remember?
Is it from Christian or is it before the Christian thing? Oh, he beat Sting for the title via disqualification.
Sting tried to reason with Abyss, referring to him as Chris. And Christian.
Wait, so this is then?
Oh my
Abyss
God.
had just lost the title here? Because you said Turning Point, right?
It was 2007. So this is last year.
Okay.
This is last year. So.
Oh, it's beginning of last year though.
So
January 14th, 2007. Okay.
He faces Sting at Genesis. So 2006 Genesis.
Genesis is December of 06.
Remember, they changed Genesis later on to be January or like beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But at this point, it wasn't then. So it was November 2006 is when he won the title from Sting.
And then he lost it 2 months later.
Yeah. And then he lost it in a 3-way match at Final Resolution in January of 7. So last year.
Right.
So we're a year removed from Abyss.
Okay.
Winning
and it's
by
only
DQ
been downhill.
And then losing it almost immediately.
And then he never wins a world title after that.
Yeah. So that was it. And then that, of course, leads to the Last Rites match, which I believe we watched on our Patreon if you want to check that out. Which honestly wasn't that bad.
Better than we remembered. Yeah.
Sting fucking bled hard. So that was pretty sweet. It was cool. But Abyss was a worker's worker, man. I mean, he deserved a lot more than he got.
And then they gave him the Hulk Hogan's WWE Hall of Fame ring.
Well, before the Hulk Hogan thing, they had this little match here. Abyss almost killed Jimmy Rave. Maybe it's Lance Hoyt's fault, actually. Because Abyss clotheslines Hoyt over the top, and then Jimmy Rave runs at him. I don't know why that happened, but Abyss he presses him, and then throws Rave over the top rope into Hoyt, and Hoyt just like doesn't catch him.
He bounces off Hoyt. I think that's what happens. He just like bounces off.
Hoyt caught him like he was catching a tope suicida instead of he should have alligatored and instead he pushed.
Yeah.
If he alligatored, Rave wouldn't have fell on his head.
Dude, Jimmy Rave lands right on his hip or something. You see him clutch his hip right away.
Yeah, that was a tough fall, man.
Fucked.
James Mitchell comes out during the match and he tells Abyss his time has run out. Are you ready to tell everyone the truth? And Abyss is like, no, dude.
Stop.
And then James Mitchell, during a match, steals a cameraman and says, come on back here. There's a match going on.
He's all right.
Hoyt hits a weird spin out move. I don't even know what this was.
Baby.
Yeah. Hoyt misses a top rope moonsault, and then Abyss hits him with a black hole slam for the win. But then we cut backstage to James Mitchell, who I don't know why
why
did he go backstage here?
James Mitchell shows on the Titan shot. He goes, all right, so I got a cameraman back here, and it doesn't matter. You can try to come back here and get me, but you won't make it here in time. I'm telling everybody.
Like, this is all right. True, petty,
That's pretty
but all right.
sick.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so James Mitchell comes up on the Titantron. He says, Abyss, you were a mama's boy. And he said, you know, your dad, he beat your whore mother. Yeah, that's right. I said whore.
Yeah.
And he said, then your mom would beat you.
All the while, Abyss is like cutting back and looking to the camera and trying to wave him off like to cut the feed.
That was good. He's pushing the camera out of the way. You can't look at this. You can't see this.
I guess no one cares about Abyss, so they just kept it running.
So Abyss's mom shot a man in the back 3 times. Sting hated that. That actually leads into the last rights match in last year.
Yeah.
And then James Mitchell says, you know, you can't run away from this. Parks is your mom's maiden name. You know what your real last name is, right? It's Mitchell.
Oh.
Abyss, I am your father.
Live with it.
The crowd said, wow, this is awesome.
That is real good.
Abyss is crying and screaming like, woo!
It must be very cold because he's just like smoking off his body.
He is smoking.
Yeah.
So he's crying in the ring. The crowd is literally like, they're like ROH
This
hitting
is
the
awesome.
barricade. Yeah, they're going crazy off this. Is so sick.
So his mom shot his dad in the back 3 times. So
Shot
James
a man
Mitchell
3 times in the back.
got, I thought it was
man.
his dad.
No, he says a man.
Yeah, just a man. Now here's the thing, Johnny.
Why?
They retconned this story like 3 times.
I was gonna say.
So yeah. Because at one point it was Abyss shot him, and then it was his mom that shot a random man, but also a part of his family.
He is Chris Mitchell.
Mitchell Parks.
Mitchell's his first name.
Mitchell Parks. Your real first name is Mitchell.
And your last name is the same. You're not Chris. You're actually just Mitchell.
Your first name
Just
is my
Mitchell
first
only.
name.
Just one name. Just one
Just
name.
Mitchell.
Just Mitchell.
You're not Abyss. Yeah. You're a Mitch.
His name is McLovin. Just one name.
Crystal tries to interview Abyss backstage, but
What
he's
an
just
asshole.
screaming. Crystal said, "You want to come to see this room? Get away from me!"
Get the fuck out of here. God damn
Biss
it.
says, what do you want me to say? My neck sucks. Mitchell's my father.
Mitchell's
My
my
dad
father.
sucks.
Parks is
My
also my
dad
name.
sucks.
My dad sucks. I'm fired.
My dad sucks. My mom shot a man.
Yeah.
Crystal is just a backstage bully. She's
a
bully.
menace.
She's actually the leader of the wrestlers' court in TNA.
Crystal comes up to Abyss. Hey man, I know you got all this shit, but have you seen this room? This is fucking crazy.
Wait,
You
look at
want to see
this.
my collection of black rains?
Yeah.
I have 7 of them over here. Come on.
Mama, let you have 2 black rings?
2 black rains, huh? Dr. I got too many black rains. So Robert Roode versus Sanjay Dud is up next.
Robert Roode's hair, so insanely like Dolph Ziggler, who is now his partner. Very strange. Robert Roode is with Peyton Banks, who is Rain from Shimmer. She teamed with Lacey.
Black Rain. Are you telling me there's another Black Rain here?
Yeah, this is spelled just Rain. R-A-I-N. It's not any
Is there any more
relation.
Black Rains I should know about?
There could be. Just watch next week. There might be 4 more. The Peyton Banks thing doesn't last long. I don't know how long she's here for, but
No, she was the stalker of Bob Roode at this
Big
point.
Bob?
So Sanjay Dutt comes in and he grabs SoCal Val's ass.
Yeah.
What's going
Today I was
on,
like, oh, he
big
tried
bro?
to steal a kiss, but and then Donovan says, but he got a little butt.
He comes out to free your mind. He's got this awesome entrance with these pots.
Oh
they're
yeah, what was
smoking.
that on there? Like big fucking lamps. What's going on there?
I don't know, but like
cool.
I was just thinking about this between
I don't
this and
ever
the
remember
shark.
that.
This and the Shark Boy room, they're just blowing through money here, just having all this.
I guess
stuff.
they actually were pumping money in the X Division, whatever.
Dude, they spent
Yeah.
$500,000 on that one girl that I can't remember the life of. Maybe her name is
Crystal? Marshall?
Jenna Moran.
Jenna Maraska. Nick
Jenna
Papa Giorgio.
Gavin Loudspeaker. They spent
What was-
$500,000 on Gavin Loudspeaker. Miss Banks is here and she keeps interfering. So Miss Brooks comes down to ringside. She's like,
Yes.
I'm going to watch over this.
Tracy Brooks.
And guess what happens for the rest of the match?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. She does not.
Bobby Roode cleanly defeats Sanjay Dutt.
She did not have any say in this match. Dude, there was one point where Sanjay did a dive, but Roode was like already on the floor or something, and it looked like Sanjay just lands on the back of his head.
Sanjay has had quite a bit of stuff like that happen over his
I
career.
guess so too. Sanjay goes for a springboard, and then Bobby Roode hits the top rope, and then Sanjay just fucking dies.
It has nothing to do with the two different managers that Robert Roode has out here. It's just Robert Roode winning.
Robert Roode wins with his
That
finisher.
is true.
And you go to hell, Sanjay. You going to WWE this year? What are you doing? Everyone that lost on this show is going to WWE this year.
I think that's a while after that. Does Tubby know that Robert Roode's finish is the payoff?
I don't know. I can guarantee probably not.
All right. Someone should tell him.
So we have the two managers are out of here. Miss Brooks.
Miss Brooks
This
and Miss
guy
Banks.
had 100 fucking managers, never drew a dime. Two managers. Miss Brooks attacks Miss Banks. Robert Roode pulls her off. Miss Brooks paintbrushes Roode and then spears Miss Banks.
That was a good spear, too.
Gee,
It was, yeah.
that was a shoot.
Yeah. That's my
Roode-
gimmick.
Roode then pulls Miss Brooks up, and then Miss Banks paintbrushes her 2 times, takes her shoe off, was about to hit her,
Oh, no.
and then Matt Morgan. What
This
the
big
fuck?
fucker. Why the
TNA
there's no one
management's
else?
gotta
There's no
step in.
security? Where's security? Are they in the Black Rain room? Where is these fucking
He
security
is
members
security. Actually, he's probably supposed to hire security, but he didn't.
at? Matt Morgan comes out and Don West says, "Oh, Matt Morgan representing TNA management makes the save."
What?
Yeah. Thank you, Matt Morgan. And he's threatening Bobby Roode as Bobby Roode's leaving.
Where is Booker T?
Booker T is at home with Charmel and her broken jaw.
She's supposed to be in the hospital. She was not discharged. She's supposed to be in
All the
9,000
doctors
leagues
are
under
working
the
on
sea.
Shark Boy.
They should have Charmel hooked up beside Shark
Trust
Boy.
me, she's better off. She doesn't need Dr. Fishman because Fishman will
No
just give her small
medication,
salt.
sea salt. What? All right, so Matt Morgan breaks it up. Okay.
Thank you.
We go backstage. JB, Jeremy Borash, is backstage with AJ and Karen Styles. JB
God bless you, Karen.
wants a
Angled style Carrot.
goddamn answer from AJ
You
Styles.
son of a bitch, you. Tell me what you're doing.
What's going on, AJ? We need an
You
answer.
motherfucker, you.
So Karen kisses AJ on the cheek and says, AJ will do the right thing. What? Still no answer. Okay.
AJ's trying to talk, but she's like, no, he's going to do the right thing. What the fuck?
What the fuck, Karen? So we have a backstage segment. Voodoo Ken Mafia is backstage. BG James and Kip James are having a scuffle because BG James does not want to tag team with Kip James for the upcoming tag team match. at the pay-per-view.
Roxy Laveau is there as well.
She's also very scared of both of them.
She's the voodoo of the Voodoo Kin Mafia.
She's scared of them.
Yes.
So I read a story today that I thought was pretty funny and also ties with this somehow. I read a story that back in the day with the Voodoo Kin Mafia,
Oh.
yeah, so they were going to invade the WWE. Triple H told Trevor Murdoch to
And Lance
watch
Cade.
Lance Cade to watch his match, and they go, "We always watch your matches." They were just being good marks about it, yeah. And they were like, "Yeah, we watch your match," and he goes, "No, we'll quit doing that. You need to watch my ass," he said, because Kip James and BG James are going to jump in the ring and beat my ass tonight. So make sure that they don't do that.
If you
And they
see them,
said,
run out here
"What
and
the
fuck
fuck?"
them up. That's what he said.
They're like, "What the
What?
fuck?"
Yeah, because I guess BG James and Kip James were in town for like a signing or something, and Triple H thought they were going to jump the rail and fuck him up, and security wouldn't do anything because the crowd was going to react, and like, you know, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg are like, you know, people know them,
Yeah.
so they thought it was a work, and they would have just been in the ring whooping Triple H's ass, and nobody would have done anything
Wow.
about it. So Triple H asked Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade to fuck them up.
To fuck them up if they come to the ring.
I
I
wish
don't
that would have
know.
happened.
I don't know how they would have got to the ring before they did, but it'd be interesting.
Standing
nonetheless.
gorilla tape with a fist like Undertaker did when when Shawn wanted to do the job.
So we go backstage. JB. Well, I guess we
Day
go under
3.
the sea.
Day
JB
3.
is at the Shark Tank with Shark Boy. The beautiful people are here with Shark Boy this time.
How'd they get there? They were just wrestling. Oh, this was the other day. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, this is
This is the other day. Yeah.
day 3. They go, why don't we give Shark Boy mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? And then the Shark Dad grabs the kid, the Shark Kid, throws the kid to the mom, and jumps on top of Shark Boy. And they go, old Finn.
Shark Dad wants pussy.
He's gonna get what he wants. Yeah, pussy. You care about my son over here to come up? What?
He don't need that. He's dead. Kiss me.
We go to an in-ring segment. Kip James tells BG James He said, "Hey man, why did you not choose me to be your tag team partner?
I
We've been
gave
doing
you a
this for 10 years.
I got this tag title shot for you, and you won't pick me as your fucking partner? I may have missed this step, but I've been your partner for 10 long years."
And then BG James says, "All right, first off, shut the hell up."
Fuck you. Yeah.
Second,
give me 5 fucking minutes to talk.
he's I've been blessed by the God above. He made it so I could make it to WrestleMania, baby. The biggest of all time. I made it to WrestleMania. Then BG James says, "You know what? I'm going to tag with someone I looked up to who's been in the ring his entire life just like us. My dad, Bullet Bob Armstrong." Kip is cool with it. He's all right.
They all hug and then everyone's happy. Roxley Laveau, very confused, no involvement in the segment. They just, I don't know why they're doing this to
Why
this
are
poor
you
girl.
there?
She doesn't know either. So backstage, under the sea again.
We go back on the sea, day 4.
Eric Young is with Shark Boy. And you
Yes.
knew that the part with Eric Young was going to be the best part. I feel like Eric Young
Yeah, it
is
is.
very much so a very good part of the show all the time.
I agree.
So Eric Young talks to Shark Boy. Well, he talks to Shark Boy in a coma.
Dr. Fishman and Nurse Bass are still trying to check on Shark Boy, but they're not really
He's
doing
dead.
much. They just keep checking his heart rate.
It's 0. It's flatline. He's dead. So he tells Shark Boy, "You got to fight, Shark Boy. You know, all the best fish fought. And Nemo, Charlie, my goldfish pork chop, the big tuna, Mr. Olympus, SpongeBob."
SpongeBob.
I guess that works, SpongeBob. What about Jaws? That motherfucker fought for his life.
He said Jaws fought to the bitter end until he got blown up.
Then Eric Young goes, "All right, let's give him a glass of water or something." He looks around and he accidentally drops the glass and the glass shatters.
Oh, no.
Shark Boy wakes him immediately. "Well, hell yeah."
The doctor's like, "Oh, you got something to say, Shark Boy? You got something to say?" And Shark Boy sits up, grabs the doctor. He says, "Well, hell yeah. Next time you stick that thermometer on my ass, there's going to be hell to pay, you son of a bitch." And that's the bottom line, because Shark Boy says so.
Holy mackerel, holy mackerel.
And that's why we watch this episode.
That was literally it.
For
That was it.
yes.
Just for that.
Just
I've
that
seen
one
that so many
line.
times. Oh.
So the best part about Shark Boy here is that he continues to take this as far as it goes. Like this could have been like a few week thing.
Yeah.
And they could have called it a day.
Oh, he made a
They went the whole
mountain.
fucking way with
Yeah.
it. The chummer, and that's the fishing line.
Yeah.
Because Shark Boy said so.
That's
That's
just
awesome.
so
I feel
good.
like Steve Austin. Didn't he say he liked this? I think he was a big fan of this.
Yeah, he said he said this is cool as hell, son. Thank you.
I like that gimmick, son. Oh, thanks, son. I wish we
Damn,
had
pal, I
one.
love that Shark Boy.
Damn, how's there not been like one conversation between them that's recorded? That would have been amazing.
I don't know. That is weird. Just him, Will Sasso, and Shark Boy would be awesome. Steve Austin, Will
us.
Sasso, and
And
well, yeah.
We should set that up. That
It's
should be a
Stone
Deadlock
Cold ET.
podcast.
Stone Cold ET,
Stone Cold
Will
ET,
Sasso,
Shark Boy, and
Shark
Stone Cold
Boy.
Steve Austin is all you
And
need,
Will
really.
Sasso. Will Sasso.
Will
Yeah, Will
Sasso's
Sasso
cool.
too.
Yeah, fair
oh
enough.
well, yeah, son.
Take a big ass dump.
I was so, dude. The glass of water dropping, the glass shatters, and then Shark Boy. Well, hell yeah.
Yelling at the doctor. There's gonna be hell to pay, you son of a bitch.
And that's the bottom line. Yeah. Oh my God. I was just smiling all the way through this. I was like, this is so good. And knowing that they keep going with it.
How
he
great
gets
it
his own
becomes,
little.
yeah.
He gets his own little jacket.
His own music?
Yeah,
Yeah, the music too.
that's true.
Yeah,
He gets the
yeah,
music.
yeah.
He gets it all, man. What a fun
Yeah.
fucking gimmick. I wish there was more TNA games. I would have picked Shark Boy every single time. I would have picked
Oh,
He
Shark
was
Boy.
in the
Hell
one, but he wasn't Stone
yeah.
Cold in it.
No, yeah, he wasn't Stone Cold, and it, they didn't really have a lot of crazy stuff you could do with him. You could do the
No.
Eye of the Storm, just 6
You did
second
the
ride.
cop killer. That was cool.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, but this was awesome. I
Yeah,
love this.
tremendous.
You really whoever wrote this, man. This was fantastic. I can't
Opposite of
believe
Abyss.
This is literally the opposite. It's like spectrums here. In
Shark Boy,
Dome
we want you
Beach.
to be Stone Cold. That's awesome.
Well, hell yeah.
I wonder how that came about. Do you think it was like this?
Someone
like,
heard him
similar?
backstage. Someone
That-
heard him backstage doing
I was
it.
gonna say, it had to be similar to the Jay Lethal thing, right? Because
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the same kind of
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
They couldn't figure out anything to do with him, and he was like, "I can do this," and they're like, "Okay."
Okay, you're Stone
So
Cold now.
cool,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, hell yeah.
yeah.
Fuck, man. That was so
Yeah.
good. This segment was so good. If you guys haven't
Yeah.
seen this, you can see it on their YouTube channel. You can
Yeah,
look
yeah,
it
it
up.
up.
This
Sadly,
episode,
finding the episode
though-
itself. Oh yeah. So can we talk about that for a second?
yeah,
This
sure.
episode is not on Impact Plus, which is Impact TNA's streaming service. Why is that again?
I
They
don't
sold
know.
the tape library.
To who? Spike?
No,
is that
remember?
is that actually true? Or are you just assuming that
That's
it's
for
because of
sure.
that?
That's one of the rumors why.
Okay, so it's a
Okay.
rumor.
So
We're
it's
just
just-
assuming. We don't actually know.
No. Well, like TNA was hemorrhaging money and stuff, and it was Dixie was trying to make some money, so she sold some tapes, and that's what the deal.
Because there's
was.
got to be a reason, right? Because there's a gigantic gap in their tape
Yeah,
library
that was
on
the
that
deal.
fucking
That,
website.
that's what. It's either that or it's owned by like Spike TV owns it, which is might be a thing. They
Someone
might-
else. I mean, I think
See, I think
it
she
would be
might
fair to
have-
say that somebody else owns it, that they can't use it.
Maybe when they sign a contract
Would-
with Spike
would
TV,
Garrett
like
know?
Spike.
You know what? Maybe he would. Maybe I should ask him. I'll
I'm
try
honestly
to.
thinking it's either one of two things. Dixie needed money and sold the library, or when they signed the deal with Spike TV had the rights to like distribute the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Because on,
Stone Cold
said, "Don't you show that footage, son." And that's
the
bottom line.
on Impact's site, they have everything up until 2008, and then they have like 5 episodes of Impact from 2008, and then they don't have like anything until like 2015.
I just like to believe that Dixie Carter needed money, so she decided to sell tape library. I think that's pretty.
I
I
obvious.
wonder
think
who had-
I like to think that Stone Cold's lawyer said,
Didn't we see like that year of TNA on Amazon though? So, but you
Well,
can't
it's
watch it in
on-
America.
But you can't watch it, but I don't know how that works.
It's in a different country you can get it, but not America. Like, did he like who owns this?
"Who owns these 4
I think
episodes?"
Spike TV. Honestly, Spike TV might own it, but
But
I'm
who
not
owns
sure.
Spike TV now? What is Spike TV now?
Paramount.
Oh.
Can we get Spike TV Paramount those missing episodes?
Damn, Impact on Paramount Plus, put that on that side.
So we have a Kurt Angle promo next. They talk about TNA is going to show footage of Brock Lesnar training for MMA next week.
Yeah, for his MMA debut.
So I'm guessing they're going like a real hard push for this guy, right?
Well, because UFC, yeah, absolutely, and
They have
because
a-
UFC is on Spike at the time as well.
Oh,
So,
it was? Okay. I remember
Yeah.
the Bellator thing, but they must have went from UFC
I think
to
that's
Bellator
later.
then, right?
That's later.
once
Yeah, I think
they dropped-
I think UFC is. I imagine it's still on Spike at this point. I'll have to. I'll look. But yeah, I think that's why they were doing it because
Yeah,
they were hyping up.
until 2011 is when they left Spike.
Okay,
and
yeah, so that's
UFC,
why. So they're Spike probably said, "Hey, do this," and they were probably like, "Yeah, fucking Brock Lesnar. Let's also get him in the company. How about that?"
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually like they've had so many times where they were so close to signing dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
just never kind of.
I don't know what happens. People get cold feet and they're like, "Oh, TNA."
Yeah, I mean, at the time, a lot of people were like,
Do you think there was
People-
actual serious talks about Brock coming in? Like Brock saying he would consider it, or do you think
I
that
I'm
was
think
sure
just like
that Kurt
one-sided?
Angle probably tried to
Oh,
set
maybe.
up some agreement. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I think that they were. I mean, I think they would have gave him any money that he would have wanted, and I think that Brock simply makes decisions based on how much he doesn't have to work and how much
Yeah.
money he will make for those days.
God.
Away.
Yeah.
So I
Imagine
think that
Brock going to TNA in 2008. Holy fuck!
yeah, that would have been, it would have been huge. I mean, same with the Chris Jericho stuff. I mean, that would have been huge.
Oh
That-
wow, that
Jericho
happened every
signing-
like 3 years. I feel like.
Yeah.
Jericho going there would have literally been massive for them.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I would've-
Just huge.
Especially then. I mean, look how much it did for AEW now. Like
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
Jericho was fucking hot.
Yeah, he really was. So we have Kurt Angle come out and he says, "Hey guys, go watch Global Impact. I defend my IGF title against Yuji Nagata." Hey, that's pretty sick.
Awesome.
I like that. I thought that was going to be the introduction to the main event, but it's not. We got
No, I thought so too. He comes in, says that, and then leaves. Like he leaves the ring. He doesn't even stay for the match.
We have a backstage segment. Jim Cornette's backstage with Scotty Steiner and Petey Williams.
Petey Pump.
They got their Feast or
you,
Fire
Petey.
briefcases.
Yo, fuck you, Petey.
Jim Cornette says, "You know, the X Division, Scotty, it's about being the best. You know, it's a mindset, really." And Scott Steiner says, "You mean to tell me it's not about being 4 foot tall, 125 pounds, being a little Oompa Loompa?" Jim Cornette says, No, dude, it's about being the best." So Scott stands up and trade cases with Petey Williams and goes, "Jimbo, I'm the best." And he walks out.
So I don't remember where that goes. Does Steiner actually have the X Division case?
He doesn't, I don't believe. I think
No,
he traded
Petey
it
had
away.
the world title.
Yeah, he
Oh
traded
my
it for the
God.
world title, yeah.
What does Petey have? after
Petey,
that?
X Division.
yeah, he gets the X Division.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
It'd be even funnier if he had the fired one.
I was going to say, I wish they should have did something for like, yeah, he gets a bullshit one, yeah. What'd you think of Feast or Fired?
I feel like I should hate it, but I really don't.
I
hate
thought
it.
I liked it. Yeah. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if I liked Nah, maybe I do. That they didn't tell them what was in the cases. Because didn't someone get fired from it?
I think
Chavo
Chavo did. Chavo
Chavo.
shoot opened and got fired. Yeah.
And he didn't know it was happening?
Yeah.
Ooh, Chavo.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like how the segment though. Cornette's like, yeah, I can't believe you believe that bullshit. Basically, just burying the whole X division right there. Like,
I'm sure he fucking hated it
work.
too.
Yeah, Cornette did. I'm sure.
Okay, so P.D. Williams used the Feast or Fired X Division contract given to him by Scott Steiner. So yeah, it was like a turnaround. And he used it on Jay Lethal, and he won the X Division title to claim his second reign.
Only second?
Yes.
In 2008?
So he won it super early, and then he went a long time. You know, PD's not even 40 yet.
Is that right?
What? Really?
Yeah,
wow.
PD's not even 40 years old.
Is he just not? Oh, he's in Impact, isn't he? I was gonna say, is he not working?
Yeah,
he's
he came back
again.
for recently.
He's there now, I think.
You're right. He is. His third return to Impact was this year.
Wow.
So he wrestled his last match on February 10th at the tapings of the February 19th edition of Impact. He teamed with Eric Young to take on Beer Money for the World Tag Team title. He was pinned in the match, and due to a previous stipulation, was banished from TNA. I like to think that was a shoot.
Probably.
Yeah, so wow. He had a little All Japan run in April of that year, which I didn't even know about that.
I didn't know that
pretty
either.
Interesting.
Was it just a bunch of multi-mans?
Yeah, or he looks like he was in the tag league that year. He was in the new junior tag league they had just introduced in 2009, apparently.
Okay.
He was in PWS, and then at some point in 2014, he just looks like he just stopped wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then he obviously comes back.
I think he almost retired at one point, didn't he?
He retired
Maybe.
in 2014. Yeah, he retired in 2014, came back in 2017 to TNA.
And then disappears again.
Fuck. He retired in 2014. That was, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
So he was 32 when he retired.
Wow.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, wrestling business didn't.
I was going to say,
It just didn't pan out the way that he
not that I don't want him
to.
back, but I wonder why he came back.
He said, stop using my movies. Like, maybe if I come back, they'll
Did
stop
he come
those.
back for the TNA when they were doing the TNA reunion thing? Was that around that time?
He probably did a one-night stand.
And he came back when Trevor Lee and stuff was in the company. So
Yeah.
he came back, and I don't know what he did after that. Damn, man. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes the wrestling business,
They don't love you.
yeah, their business is not
Yeah,
love you.
that's true.
He
No, it
deserved a lot
takes.
more
Wrestling
than he
just
ever
takes
got.
and takes and takes. It ain't giving you shit back.
Anyways, moving on here, we get to the main event, which was AJ Styles versus Christian Cage versus Samoa Joe,
Christian with
number
the
one
jacket.
contender match
Yeah.
for the World Heavyweight title at Against All Odds.
Or Kurt Angle vacation.
If AJ wins. God damn it. I am begging Christian for just 1 second to look at any clip of him during his TNA run.
Well, not the interviews. Don't worry, because your shirts are fucked up. Don't watch those.
No,
Watch
he
the
has to
matches.
long sleeve
No.
shirt under short sleeve shirt over long sleeve shirt.
Oh, that's how I used to wear them back in the day, man. I used to love that.
Dude, with the ring jacket, he had little pants going to the ring and take off. Dude, this is the coolest dude
The
in the
pants,
world,
the
man.
pants is a pretty good one. The pants over the pants.
Someone's
I
got to
love
tell
it.
him he's getting figures. You got to put shit on. Wear his cool stuff.
Dude, if he comes out with an Outwork Everybody t-shirt, the toy, everybody dies.
Dude, it's the video game.
You know
the
it's
video
gonna
game
be
is just
that
going to
way.
have him in an Outwork
No,
Everyone shirt.
it's not.
Yeah, it is,
Brian
bro.
Williams, listen to me. I need you to make some calls. I want to need you to make sure that they take his model from TNA. They took his theme song. You need to take it from TNA.
No, bro. They
No,
already took the
nope.
pictures. The
Yeah.
scans are done. Outwork
It's the Outwork
everybody,
Everything
baby.
shirt, and he can't take it off. It's just on him at all times. He wrestles in
It's
it.
not even going to be an
He's
Outwork
back-
Anyone shirt. It's going to just be the AW logo.
Man,
Hey, it's gonna be AEW Dark Elevation logo. On it.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Don't worry,
this.
bro. You get
Look at
Captain Insano. You're fine.
this. Okay, that's pretty sweet though. Dude, Christian Cage is the man
Look at him
at
here.
this point. He's so
awesome.
dope. He's presenting like such a star. God,
Yeah.
everyone in this main event right here, like
This is a main event, by the way.
This
This,
is
is like
pay-per-view
great.
quality.
This is pay per view. Yeah, absolutely.
Joe comes out, Styles comes out. Styles' entrance is so cool at this point too.
I
He
don't
comes out
remember
with
him
the
having a little
pyro.
podium for his crown.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only part of this that made him the Prince of Phenomenal was the crown. There was nothing else. It was just the crowd. So that was a huge part of it. Tomko hated it. So we get into the matchup here. Christian goes straight for AJ, and Joe just kind of watches him. He's like, "Oh, cool, you're kicking his ass."
Yeah, good.
And he
This is
goes,
awesome.
I'm gonna kick his ass too. So he walks over there and starts kicking his ass. There were so many. I got to be honest with you. When it comes to triple threats, man, AJ Styles has got to be one of the best minds when it comes to putting triple threats together. that's ever existed. I swear
Honestly,
every AJ triple threat is amazing.
Christian's probably pretty good with that shit too, for real.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, he's-
3 of the greatest wrestlers of this generation were
Yeah.
in this main event for this
Joe
show.
is also in Deadlock colors, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is sick. Shouts out Joe, man. So they got a lot of cool spots in here. AJ goes for a tope. Joe kicks him on the outside.
Oh.
And Christian dives on both of them. But Christian hits AJ and Samoa Joe just walks away.
He does the Joe walk away. Yeah.
I love the Joe walk away.
That kick, it's impressive. Joe gets height on it and kicks AJ in the head as AJ is mid-dive. It's insane.
It's so sick, and he sells it so hard. It's dope.
Yeah.
And then Joe gets back in the ring and does a tope on both of them.
On both of them, yeah.
Joe comes in, atomic drop combo, but instead of doing the senton that he usually does to finish it, he drops Christian onto AJ in a senton.
He makes Christian sent on AJ. And then he double back chops them both, double kick, and then knee drops AJ. Fucking, he's just hitting all the classics on 2 people. This is awesome.
It's incredible. Like, this was so good.
And that snap slam that Joe does is so sick.
The physics of that move are crazy. I don't really know how to
With
explain
him,
it.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. Cage goes for like a sharpshooter. I don't know what he did here. He didn't put his leg in between it, though. He just kind of sat on AJ's
Was it
back.
like a cloverleaf thing?
I thought it was a cloverleaf, but then again, there was no leg either.
That was
So
after Christian blocked the Styles Clash, right?
I thought he was going for the educator. Was that what Edge called it?
yeah.
Was that execution? No, was that
It might have been the education.
educator?
Edge
Edging
with
him?
your
He was edging him. He
goddamn-
started edging him in the middle of the ring.
He edged him right there in the middle of the ring.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna look it up now. Educator.
It was the
I fucking
execution.
if
I
Duel was
think.
here, Duel would know.
I think it's
fucker.
execution.
Execution. I thought that
Was it
was
submission?
the other one. I thought that was
The DDT?
DDT.
No, that's the educator.
Edge WWF finisher.
Moveset. My
Yeah.
finisher.
What's that
Edge-
website that
Edge-
still has them?
Pro Wrestling
Educator.
Fandom?
It's the
Right,
educator.
Pro
It
Wrestling
is the
Fandom?
educator.
Yeah, because
Okay, so
an
downward
edge submission
spiral
move.
is the flatliner. The educator is the submission.
Kneeling inverted sharpshooter.
And then the execution is the
Execution
DDT.
is the DDT.
And there was
So
something else.
there was a wrestling game that.
Oh, the Edge-O-Matic is the sit out, like the reverse X Factor.
All right, so he hits some sort of fucked up submission on AJ here,
He does fucking whatever and cool.
and it looks
Educator.
cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Joe goes for the muscle buster. Christian Cage ends up getting out of it. Joe locks in the coquina clutch. AJ goes for a springboard. So Joe lets go of the coquina clutch
And pushes him.
pushes him into the ropes. AJ falls down, then picks him up, but the ref gets knocked by Christian Cage's foot
Joe
while he's up
picked
in the
Christian up,
fireman's
yes.
in the fireman's carry. So we have the referee down. Cage goes for the unprettier, but Joe locks in the coquina clutch.
Sinks it in
AJ
deep.
Says, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Grabs a steel chair and swings at both of them. Misses both of them.
That Joe lets go to submission and Christian rolls out just in time too, so it splits between them.
I love that. He swung with a lot of might too.
That
If
was
they didn't
great.
move, someone was going to die.
Yeah.
AJ then hits Joe with the chair and then headshots Christian with the
Brains Christian with it.
chair. Sick.
Yeah.
Joe then hits a sick kick to the chair that AJ was holding. Hit him right in the head with it. Senior official Rudy Charles gets up and sees Joe with the chair as he's trying to get it out of the ring.
Yeah, Joe picked up the chair and was getting rid of it, and the ref turns around just in time and then DQs Joe.
Son of a bitch. And guess who comes out?
Motherfucker. Oh, god damn it. No, don't
Matt
say
Morgan
it.
comes
No! Not Matt Morgan in the
Because
brown shirt.
fuck you, Samoa Joe. Fuck you.
And then Kevin Nash comes out too.
Fuck you, Matt Morgan. Fuck you. There you go. I will be back. Commercial break.
Damn
Joe
you, Matt
then
Morgan.
pushes Rudy Charles into Matt Morgan, and now they're fighting. So
Oh, no.
great. Matt Morgan,
course.
you're such good TNA's
Matt
management.
Morgan, you ruined Christmas and now you ruined my match.
Kevin Nash says, all right, whatever, man. You already got paid for this match. Let's go to the bag and drink some beers. So get back to the matchup here. It's just AJ and Christian Cage now. AJ hits the Scorpion Death Drop on Christian for a 2.
Yes.
I love that heel AJ, instead of doing the styling DDT, the moonsault into the inverted DDT,
Yeah, he just does a regular.
an eye rake into the DDT.
Dude,
That's
AJ
sick.
hit a I was surprised you didn't comment on this because I know you're a spinebuster guy. He hit a nasty spinebuster on Christian for a
Yeah, that
2
was
count.
right. That was
good.
right after the eye rake DDT.
Oh,
He
was
hits
it? I thought it was before
yeah.
it. Okay.
Mean fucking main event spine buster. You let him
was
have
awesome.
it.
And Christian took his fucking head off with a lariat as well in this one.
Yeah, huge lariat.
Yeah.
Hirokishi bump.
And then during this, they're also advertising Global Impact. They say, see TNA wrestlers like you've never seen them before. in Japan.
Okay.
Okay.
Apparently that's like an out. It comes on right after the show. So it's
Yeah.
like Global Impact is next. So Spike
Sure.
was doing a lot for them at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian goes for a frog splash off the top, but misses. AJ sets up for the Styles Clash. Christian reverses that into the inverted DDT for a 2. Christian hits the ropes. AJ goes for a Rana to stop him, but Christian then just stuffs his ass with a power bomb.
Oh, see, because it's I thought it was, you know how AJ does that little, they do the drop down leapfrog and then AJ hits his drop kick. I thought it was going for the drop kick and he got caught in the power bomb. But either way, it was still.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be the drop kick, but his legs
Sure,
were
I think
wide
they
open.
were to a means to an end. Regardless, it looked fucking sweet.
Yeah.
He said, "We're gonna do this power bomb spot. Do whatever you want. Get there.
Yeah,
Get
just
there." That's probably what he
just jump
told him,
up there,
honestly.
yeah. Get there. You're right.
Christian goes for the unprettier. AJ goes for a belly to back suplex to get out of it. Christian then flips out of it, and then AJ flips and does a Pele kick.
I feel like Christian's feet didn't even hit the floor, and AJ was already halfway backflipping into this
AJ,
Pele.
there will never be another AJ Styles.
No, he's unbelievable.
Christian hits a spear for a 2 count.
Oh, that was a good one,
AJ
too.
goes for the fucking spiral tap. Maybe it's because I'm so, like, at this point, AJ's career towards the end, he never did this move.
Yeah.
He never did this move.
He just goes up
unless-
and like, and no one freaks out. I mean, obviously it's a sweet move, but like, this is just what he was doing here. Also, this turnbuckle very squeaky. yeah, every time they went to it because they did a back body
This was
drop.
about to
off of it,
break
too.
in half.
Well, we had to pay for the Shrug Boy arena. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's true. We can sit there and know there. That's true. AJ goes for the spiral tap here, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God. There's no, first off, there's no way he goes for the spiral tap here, right?
Yeah.
No, he does. So he goes for the spiral tap, misses, and then Christian just straight up pins him for it too.
Yeah. Not only did he go for it, he missed. Yeah.
Only vets do that, and I love
Yeah,
it. Like,
that was great.
if you miss the fucking spiral tap, that could be a 3. I agree.
Yeah. Exactly.
Christian then goes for a splash off the top. AJ
Frog
puts his knees up,
Ooh.
and Christian just ate so much shit. He got
Yeah.
about all the knees he could get into AJ's stomach. It was crazy. So AJ goes for the unprettier. Christian then reverses the unprettier into his own unprettier. The
Tremendous.
arms, it was like magic.
Yeah, I don't know. It
what
doesn't
else
make
to
sense.
so
I don't know how they
good,
did it.
yeah.
It didn't look right. It was fucked up.
say. Yeah, and I loved it.
But it was awesome.
And yeah, and he hits the unprettier, and Christian wins.
I was so happy with that finish. Christian
I
just won
thought this
clean.
match was great. Yeah,
That
I thought
whole
this match was awesome.
The whole show, they are building up this AJ decision, and then Christian just fucking beats him. That's awesome.
That's even
Yeah,
better.
that was really good.
Yeah.
I loved how AJ looked at him and was like, fuck you, bitch. And he goes for the unprettier, and then Christian's like, yeah.
So Christian gets the title shot, and that's fucking cool. What a great main event, dude.
Did Christian ever win the TNA World title? I don't think so.
In my mind,
I
that
don't
sounds
think
cursed.
so.
I don't know. I don't remember him seeing him with that. But
yeah, I don't either.
maybe.
I think Christian never really cared about the TNA World title.
no, he wanted that NWA, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won the NWA one twice, but no, he never won the actual TNA one.
Oh, wow.
Christian also won Worst Worked Match of the Year in 2006 for the TNA Reverse Battle Royale.
Congrats.
When does Christian leave TNA? November 2008, he leaves TNA. Okay.
Dude, everyone leaves in November 2008, so it's fucking Loki. Sting won the title in October of 2008, so that was Christian's He said, fuck this.
Damn, bro. You know, he left, and I love Christian's exit, by the way. It was the Main Event Mafia going, oh, you go over there, you want to buy Big Fish, Small Pond? Fuck you. And then beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was great.
Yeah.
Big
But
fish, small pond.
fuck you.
That's how we need to write everyone off on DPW. Big fish, small pond, and then beat the shit out of them.
We got world champions.
Honestly, I actually really liked his ECW title run. I might be the one of 4 people that watched it, though.
No, I thought it was good,
I actually
too. I
don't.
thought it was good.
I can't tell you anything about that.
It was pretty
I
good.
didn't watch
Dude,
it.
him and I actually, there's a, far be it from me to lie to you, James. There's actually a match between Christian defending the ECW title against Tommy Dreamer that I really fucking like.
It was like good? Like good?
It was good. Yeah, they did spots with a car door.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
like, hey, we should
That
maybe
sounds
we should
pretty
watch
cool.
that for Watch This or something.
Okay, yeah, I'll find out which one because I feel like
All
they
right,
had a
we'll
few
do that
matches.
next
I'll
week.
try to find that. Yeah.
Well, that was TNA Impact for January 17th, 2008. TNA decided to recap the show at the end with a music video.
That was cool, but also the video sucked. It was a bad video.
bad video.
I thought they were just trying to fill time, right? Because they had to get.
I
to
guess
the
so.
time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that they were going to do some like against all odds promo package with some licensed music, but it was just like copyright free, and it was just exactly what happened on the show.
What they should have done was just started like they had a thing that made it seem like it was Global Impact was starting just then, so no one tuned out.
Oh yeah,
they
you're
should
right.
have, yeah.
Like, we're gonna go to Global Impact.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
here we
that
go,
would've been
Global
good.
Impact, and then show like an intro video for that to end the show.
I really enjoyed this episode though.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, the Shark Boy stuff is tremendous, but all the, I mean, Black Rain, well, poor Black Rain, poor Black
Poor
Rain.
Black Rain. I do
Black
love it though. I
Rain.
love how they did all the backstage stuff and then build up to like this awesome main event that like really set.
God, that
TNA
match was so
apart from-
good. That match was
It
so
really
fucking
sets
good.
TNA apart from what WWE was doing at the time. Just like
Yeah.
giving these.
Bro,
Like,
you don't want
giving
to
us
see
away
Randy
on
Orton kicking
TV.
Jeff Hardy in the balls in 10 seconds?
Jimbo, I'm the best.